Hi, this is Joel Persinger. I'm the Gun Guy. Thank you very much for watching my videos. I really deeply appreciate it. Yes, I'm wearing my tactical Hawaiian shirt because I'm deep behind enemy lines in the People's Socialist Republic of California, and I've got an update for you on Gunmageddon, or what everybody is calling Gunmageddon, or some other choice words, which are all the laws that have passed in California recently. And there's some great legal updates to those, and that's what I'm going to give you now. I'm also going to point you in the direction of a webinar that's being done every Wednesday that will help educate you and I on what's going on with these laws. Before we do, let me let you know about some videos that are coming up. We've got some great videos coming up. For example, we're going to do a little review on a rangefinder that I got from Optics Planet, and also some incredibly cool ammunition from Advanced Ballistic Concepts, including some ammunition designed to knock a drone out of the sky if it's bothering you, and some pre-seasoned, I love this part, pre-seasoned duck shot. I think we're going to shoot a chicken and then cook it and see if the seasoning really works. But we got some, there's several other kinds of ammo they sent us, so we'll have some fun with that over the ensuing couple of weeks. And then coming up pretty soon, I have a video on this mystery gun. We're going to tell you what we've figured out about it and hope that you are an expert enough to be able to help us figure out what we can't seem to figure out about it. My buddy John Ricci and I have been looking into it and fiddling around and researching it for a while, and we're hoping that after we post the video, you'll be able to help us out a little bit. So those things are coming up, but for now, and please do look for those, but for now, let me take a minute here to put on my reading glasses, because I'm going to forget all this stuff, and talk to you basically about Gunmageddon. Look, the California Rifle and Pistol Association, which is the California affiliate of the National Rifle Association, in case you don't know, has decided to put on a series of webinars on Wednesdays that are put on by Michelle and Associates, which is the law firm that represents the NRA and the CRPA. The NRA all over the place, but also the CRPA here in California. And they have an attorney, or actually a few attorneys, explaining exactly what all these crazy laws mean and what we're supposed to do about them. And I watched the first webinar. Let me give you some pause for relief here. They're doing them as a live webinar, but even though they're live, you can go back and watch them later. I strongly encourage you to do so. And there is a link to the first webinar in the description. I'm doing this on a Tuesday, so the next day, tomorrow, they're going to do the next one. So by the time this video is up and recorded, they may have already done the other one. And if that's the case, I will see if I can find the link to that one and also put it on in the description for you. I strongly urge you to go listen to them and watch them. They're very informative, and I learned a ton. Here's some high points I got from the most recent one, and forgive me, memories being what they are, and Nick could go like that from behind the camera and I wouldn't know what he was talking about, so I typed it out for myself. But there's a few things that really struck me about the assault weapons ban. For example, the first webinar was on the assault weapons bans, the changes to that, and also on the ghost gun ban, which is a stupid term, but it deals with 80% lowers and that kind of stuff. So as far as the assault weapons ban is concerned, this is what the little high points I got from it. One is that we have time. Although the law goes into effect January 1, 2017, we don't have to register the guns until January 1, 2018. That's my understanding of it, which means that gives us all kinds of time to decide, are we going to register them? Are we going to make them featureless? What are we going to do with those guns? Are we going to take them out of the state? And if we're going to register them, there's different ways to register them. I didn't know that. You can do a group registration with your family members. I don't understand it thoroughly, but they did explain it in detail in the webinar. So I encourage you to go listen to that. And again, the link to that is in the description. Also, you need to be in possession. If you're going to acquire a gun that would fall under the assault weapons rules in California when the law goes into effect, you need to acquire that gun before December 31st of this year. That means you have to have it in your hand and take it home. So if you go buy one, you got to buy it soon enough that your 10-day waiting period, your DROS and all that kind of stuff is going to be done, and the firearms dealer is going to hand you that gun before December 31st for you to take home. So given the fact that there's going to be a mad dash for these things, I suspect, you might want to get on it now if you don't have one and you'd like to acquire one. Now, one of the points the attorneys made too is that there still will be AR-15s and AK type rifles and so on available in California even after the ban. They'll just look different because they're going to be sold as featureless rifles. So if you don't have an AR-15 and you would like to get one after the ban, you'll be able to get one, but it will look different. It will still function the same, but it'll look different because it's going to be a featureless rifle, which means it won't have a collapsible or folding stock. It won't have a pistol grip type stock, and it won't have a flash hider, probably have a muzzle brake. And that's where you're going to start seeing the differences in the way they look for California purchasers. One of the attorneys expressed some concern that the products like the ARM Maglock and some other products which now are being pushed out there may or may not get the job done of making the gun so that you have to, so that the action is being taken apart and it meets the criteria so that the gun is no longer an assault weapon. The California Rifle and Pistol Association attorney stated without question that CRPA's stance is that those things are legal and they will go to battle with the Department of Justice to make that so. But keep in mind that that hasn't really been defined yet. So if you're racing out to buy one of those products, you just never know. I wanted to make sure you were aware of that. There's been a lot of debate on my channel as to whether you can go featureless with your rifle since you have now already possessed it as a bullet buttoned rifle. And the answer is yes, you can change it and make a featureless rifle out of it if you want to, and then choose not to register it. You just need to do that post haste. I would strongly suggest that you do it before January 1st, 2017, just to be safe. But I suspect that if you do it after that, you're probably okay too, as long as you do it before the registration date. But again, I'm not an attorney and I don't play one on TV or YouTube or anywhere else. So don't take what I say as gospel. This is just highlights from the webinar that I got out of it. If you register your rifle, you may be able to remove the bullet button entirely and put a regular mag release on it. But that's may is the operative word there. Nobody's really sure, and the attorneys said they weren't really sure. The way they read the law, you may be able to do that. But until it's defined with the DOJ, I wouldn't race out and do that, because if you get arrested, then you got a big problem. It's a felony and everything else. The AR-15s and similar rifles, as I said, will still be available. And the last thing I would mention is that there's a whole lot of stuff going around YouTube and everywhere else about just don't comply, don't comply, don't comply. Well, first of all, let me tell you what, I have an awful lot of respect for folks who take it upon themselves to exercise their civil disobedience against laws they don't agree with. I get it. Keep in mind that some of the laws that you might, if you get caught, some of those things might be misdemeanors, but you need to be aware of the fact that there's consequences to them which go beyond a normal misdemeanor. So for example, if you get stopped or caught with a misdemeanor charge firearm because you refuse to comply, the state will probably try to force through the decision in court the removal of your Second Amendment rights. So sometimes misdemeanors can be, particularly weapons misdemeanors, can be used to remove your Second Amendment rights entirely. So as long as you understand what the risks are, hey, go for it. But I think it's important that you understand what the risks are. Personally, I've said it many times, I'm going to make my rifle featureless. I don't want to have to register it, and I really don't want to pay the fee. It's not much, but I still don't want to pay it, and still it irritates me that the government wants to register my rifle. So my personal decision is, as long as there's a legal way for me to avoid registering the rifle, I'm going to do that. And then that's what you do is up to you. Now, very important, there is a petition going around at most gun shops. I've already signed it. I'm going to get my son down to sign it, and my wife as well. And it is a petition to take these gun laws that were just passed and take them to the ballot so that California voters can vote on them. Now, I'm not sure what the percentage of success likelihood is with that, given we're in California, but I want you to know that that's out there, and I urge you to go sign it. I mean, what the heck? Why not? Also, I've constantly on my videos urged people to join NRA, join the CRPA, join Gun Owners of California, and so on. You have to understand, California is not a gun owner free state. I mean, we've got 38 million roughly people living in the state of California, about 9 or 10 million of whom are gun owners. And when you consider that 39 million is not all adults, many of them are children or people who aren't eligible to own guns, or for that matter, not eligible to vote. When you've got 9 or 10 million gun owners, if they all went out and voted a pro-Second Amendment vote, or they all joined NRA, or they all, frankly, if half of them did, we could change the laws in the state of California, we could change the legislature, we could change the government, and we could make a profound effect on this state. The problem is, gun owners in California, by and large, are uninvolved, unengaged, don't vote, don't join, and so on. So if that's you, I want to urge you, get involved, get engaged, join. I'm tell you as an example, I'm engaged, I vote, I'm doing my YouTube channel, I got myself out there. I want to encourage you to do likewise, and that will help. And please, if nothing else, register to vote if you're not already registered to vote, and then go sign the petition. You have to be registered to vote for your signature to count. All right, ghost guns. That's the 80% lowers. I was very distressed by this because I think people should have the right to make their own guns if they want to, but that has now been made illegal in the state of California. I believe it goes into effect. I don't want to give you a date because I think I'm messed up here, but I think it's in 2018. But nevertheless, watch the, if I can figure it out, I'll put it in the description. But I urge you to follow the description, click on the link, and watch the webinar where they give you these details. If you have an 80% lower and you elect to put a serial number on it that is assigned by the DOJ and register it, it is a long, arduous, laborious, ridiculous process. Just to tell you, I can't even describe it. The attorney described it, and I sat there and went, I mean, good grief, what they put you through with those things. Now, you can still make them after the law comes into effect, but then you're going to have to get DOJ's permission to make one. You're going to have to get the serial number ahead of time, and you're going to have to prove to them that you applied it to it after you built it. I mean, this is the California gun Nazis at work right here. So there you are. I want to make sure that you knew at least the kind of highlights that I got from it. I'm going to go back and listen to it and watch it again so I can really get more details from it. I put the link in the description for you. Please check it out, and I urge you to watch those. They're absolutely fabulous, and they're great information, and it'll solve a lot of the stuff going around the internet with internet trolls and attorneys and likewise other folks just sharing what they think they know, but unfortunately what they think they know isn't very much, and I think that applies to me too. So actually listening to an attorney is a great thing. So please go check out the CRPA website. We've got it on screen here for you to look at, where you can see where the webinars are, and then please go visit the webinars and listen to them and watch them. They will help you a lot. They're helping me a lot. I will try to recap them whenever I have time. In between doing gun videos and so on, I'll do my best either in video form or on our blog. And please, if you'd like, make comments. I mean, if you want to make a positive or negative comment, feel free. All I ask is that you leave the swear words out, because there is a filter that filters those out, and then guess what? Your incredibly articulate comment that everybody would like to read never ends up being out there so people can see it, and your views aren't expressed because you wouldn't leave the F-bombs and various foul language out of it. So let's elevate our language a little bit and get rid of the swear words and curse words, and then all of your comments. Whether you agree or not, I want to make sure I'm hearing from you, and that people who watch the video can also hear your point of view. Please also like, subscribe. If you subscribe, we'll let you know when new videos come out. It also helps us grow the channel. You know, I'm not a full-time YouTuber. I'd love to be a full-time YouTuber, but I got to grow the channel to do that. And that's another reason why I ask you to support us by liking, sharing, and helping us grow the channel. Please subscribe and urge your friends to do so as well. And if you get a chance, also check out Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and like us there and share us there. And check out our blog. We've got all kinds of interesting things there for you too. Once again, I put links in the video for all of this stuff in the description, so please go there, check out the various informational things, join the NRA. I already urged you to do that. Whatever you do, have a wonderful week. Thank you very much again for watching, and be safe.